How would you feel about selling a piece on the art market for like $1 million?
I'd be like, what does this mean? Where do I go from here? Who in my family's gonna contact me?
You think to yourself like, yeah, this would be pretty exciting, but I don't know. I think there might be a catch.
Ruffy's Rants.
Hola, you amazing artists. So before we get started in this video, I want to let you guys know that I'm looking at the hashtag contest from the last video that we did, and I will be announcing the winner next week, probably on Tuesday or Wednesday, so keep an eye out for that. So I read an article recently that talked about the art market and how the art market is booming right now. The thing about it is that the art market that they're talking about, all the media goes to this 1% of the art market, high ticket items.
Or as I like to call it, the art stock market.
The art stock market. That's a good description. The reason I'm doing this video is because I was thinking about what I used to think about the art market and wanted to clarify something that at least I've learned for myself. Most of the news that's in the mainstream about artists has to do with being able to sell some of these pieces in these locations. So you hear a lot about Damien Hirst. You hear a lot about Jeff Koons. I said his name right?
Jeff Koons.
Jeff Koons. I call him Dean Koontz all the time. I've got video recordings of me calling him Dean Koontz.
Dean Koontz. Also famous, not the same genre.
Yeah, not the same genre. I used to think that that's what the art market was, that's what it meant to be an artist. I need to clarify something. That is not necessarily what it means to be an artist. And not to take away from the artists that are creating in that realm. The thing about it is that what I realized back then was that my mentality was very based on trying to find a way to get into this market because I wanted to sell that one piece for like $20 million. So when you're looking at this market, you know, it's more of a commodities market of things that are traded. When you see these auctions going on at Sotheby's and they're auctioning off a piece for $25 million.
$25 million.
I know.
That's a steal.
The way that it works is if I own 5 Picassos and Clee owns 5 Picassos and a piece of art is going up for auction at Sotheby's, it's a Picasso. Now, if that Picasso sells for anything less than what I've priced my pieces for, it's going to bring down the value in the market. If nobody's bidding on it, we are going to bid and raise that price up, and either somebody else will buy it or one of us as collectors will end up buying the Picasso. Either way, we want to bring that price up so that the pieces that are in our collections don't lose their value.
But it's actually even crazier than that. We probably send people for us that stand there on telephones.
Those are the people in all those videos where you see them like, ooh, ooh.
Yeah, half of them are on telephones. It's totally commodities trading. I don't think the buyers even actually see the art sometimes.
No, actually, there was an article that I read where it was talking about the art market is booming right now in 2018. People are buying these pieces and then storing them. So they never actually see the piece. And they're storing them until it's a good time to sell them. It boggles my mind. It doesn't make sense to me. It's not even treated as art. Art is something beautiful, inspiring, world-changing. It's something that you purchase and you either put it on display in your home because it means something to you, it's something that you want to look at and show other people, or you donate it to a public place where you want everybody to see it. I don't really see it as the real definition of the art market, even though that's the one that gets advertised everywhere. Because that's the thing, what gets written about is the $1 million sales. The things where people are going to look at an article and be like, well, I can't believe that a painting sold for $27 million.
Yeah, it's totally the shock value. People like to be like, oh, money. Someone else is like, oh, money. And then they're like, can you believe it? I can't believe it. Money.
Money.
If I'm going to hoard something, I think it would be probably gold bricks.
Yeah, gold bricks.
And I would still open my vault and look at them.
You'd be like Scrooge McDuck. Would you like swim in your gold bricks?
I don't know. I would have to have coins probably if I was going to swim in them.
I'm not taking away from that art market because a lot of those people that are buying artworks, they're buying artworks at an expensive price because they love the artwork. But man, for the vast majority, the whole reason that somebody would pay that much money, millions upon millions of dollars, is because they're making an investment. The reason that they're able to get away with it is because it's not a regulated market. So like they're able to double bid and do all kinds of things that would be illegal in the stock market.
Yeah, I guess they tried to regulate it and they were like,
Yeah, I don't even know what to do with this. One of the other reasons is that they're like, well, you know, it's just the 1% that are getting scammed and nobody's getting hurt. In that art world, there's no prices on things. Information is all vague. Faked that Damien Hirst had sold a bunch of pieces when in actuality he didn't sell those pieces, but they showed that he sold a bunch of pieces to try and increase the value of the pieces that were for sale. It's a ridiculous market. They say like, oh, that's not going to hurt anybody, but it does. It hurts a lot of the people that are aspiring to be artists because they look at the example of that art market, and that art market is bullshit. I will tell you right now, it is complete bullshit. That is not the art market that you want to strive to get into. Any artists that are aspiring to be an artist and they're looking at that art market and that's their ambition and that's what they think a successful artist is, they're the ones who are suffering. The vast majority of the art market is actually the market that nobody writes about. It is the market of the people that live down the street from you. It is the market of the people that own some of the condos on the beach. It is the market of regular people that are not in it for an investment. They are in it because they love artwork and they want to collect from you. Do you want your artwork to go into storage, or do you want your artwork to be displayed prominently where it belongs on somebody's wall? So I don't know. This whole video I know is a rant, and I'm just ranting about this thing because I think that it's so confusing for young artists who want to create a career as an artist, and they're seeing this example of the art world, and then they're seeing this example of the art world, and the one that's screaming the loudest is the one that I really don't feel is a good example of the art world. You as a collector, if you are a collector of art, do you want to be told what to buy, or do you want to buy what feels right to you? Something that really, really speaks to you. Some art consultants are amazing. Some gallerists are amazing. Some art dealers are amazing. A lot of those people that are in the art world are great people, and they're in it for the right reasons. But you also got a lot of people that are in it just for the money. Basically, what I'm trying to say is that if you are an aspiring artist and you see all this news about the art world and pieces selling for $27 million, just realize that is a very tiny little portion of the art world, and in all honesty, that is a ridiculous portion of the art world. That is a bubble that is going to pop at some point in time. The stable art market is you defining your own career, you deciding how you're going to do it, going out and growing your audience organically, going out and creating artwork and showing that artwork and just getting better and better and better. And I'm not saying that don't be part of that art market. If you want to be part of that art market, by all means, go and do it. More power to you. Just remember that that's not the end all be all. Like, if that's not what you want to do, the 99% of the art market is something else completely different.
Outsider art market.
Yeah,
as the insider 1% calls them.
Right.
It's all outside. 99% of it is outside.
There are billions of people that buy artwork. You don't need to market just to the 1%. Billions of people out there. There is not enough artists to be able to supply the amount of artwork that is needed out in the world. And that's it. That's all I'm gonna say on the subject. I'm not saying that it's good or bad. I'm just saying that that's ridiculous. That is ridiculous. If you guys have any thoughts on the art market, or just what you've thought in general about the art market, just leave them in the comment section below. And thank you so much for watching, you guys. You guys are absolutely freaking amazing. I totally adore you. And if you like this and you want to watch more like this, you click right over here to subscribe. I don't really rant all the time, but every once in a while I do. And that's it. Say goodbye, Clee.
Good day.
Adios.